movie studios. And I'll tell you why, because General Mills, you know General Mills?
I'm familiar.
You heard of them? General Mills, who we mostly know as a really massive American cereal company, they're building their own cinematic universe.
Cinematic?
Oh, yeah.
Not retail universe?
No, they're building a cinematic universe.
Okay.
And it's partially because there've always been these kind of one-dimensional characters who are helped to brand, food items. And General Mills, we're talking about, they have all these monsters. We got Count Chocula is very famous, Frankenberry, Fruity Yummy Mummy, Boo Berry, and apparently there was somebody called Fruit Brute.
So Count Chocula, the feature film.
Basically, I think probably a smart young college graduate over there was like, man, our cereals aren't as poppin' as Cheerios or something. Like, we got these corny old cereals that are kind of these fake monsters. And so we go, well, hold on a second. That sounds like quite an asset. We're so much more than a portfolio of cereals. We're a cinematic universe. Somebody had that light bulb go off.
Wow, real quick, this is reminding me of, what year did Wikipedia start, you think?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, because I remember my friend Jason Anderson and maybe my friend Steve Schrader, who's a big TC head, can send me this information if he still has it. My friend Jason Anderson wrote a really long history that he completely fabricated about Count Chocula.
Whoa. And
it was on a Wikipedia. He started the Count Chocula Wikipedia page in like 2002 or whatever.
Probably before there were like thousands of people double checking everything.
And he wrote this incredibly elaborate, fictitious history about the real Count Chocula.
Whoa.
From like Bavaria. And it was all just completely invented and hilarious. And then he got very angry correspondence from Wikipedia. And they took it down.
Damn.
And they were like, you are not allowed to do this.
He got banned.
I don't know if he got banned, but he got shut down hard pretty fast.
Yeah.
But I remember at the time it was like, I mean, it still is funny, but at the time it was like, whoa, dude, there's like this encyclopedia online and you can just like, wait, what? You just found it? Yeah.
Wait, the actual text?
Ernest Chocula was born the third child to Estonian landowners in the late autumn of 1873. His parents, Ivan and Brushkin Chocula, were well-established traders of Baltic century, had established a monopolistic hold on the export markets of Lithuania, Latvia, and southern Finland. A clever child, Ernst advanced quickly through secondary schooling, and at the age of 19 was managing one of the 6 Tallinn area farms along with his father and older brother, Grinch. By 24, he appeared in his first barreled cereal endorsement as the Chocula family debuted Ernst Chocula's Golden Wheat Muesli, a packaged mix that was intended for horses, mules, and the hospital-ridden. Belarusian immigrant Sola tenders started cutting the product with vodka, creating a crude mush paste they called gruel or gruel, and would eat the concoction each morning before work. The trend unwittingly spread, with alcohol being replaced by sheep and then cow's milk. And the demand for the Chocula's cereal reached as far south as Poland and as far as west as the northern Jutland province of Denmark. Wow, this is a long article.
Wait, so where is that text now?
There's some internet archive that found my friend Jason's very elaborate and hilarious
fake history. Well, he should submit because this is some Droga 5 level actually. Look, it'd be one thing if there's a news story that was like, General Mills wants to make movies. Okay, cool. That comes and goes.
Yeah.
But instead, they launched a website called workwiththemonsters.com. And everybody should go check this out, workwiththemonsters.com. When you open it, there's a picture of 3 of the characters. I believe that's Count Chocula and Boo Berry. I don't know what that pink guy, Fruit Brute. And it says, hello, Hollywood. And it says, we're the monsters and we want to work with you. We're calling all filmmakers, actors, agents, writers, producers, animators, tastemakers, deal makers, movers, and shakers. They don't list American painters or radio personalities. We want to work with you to bring great stories to life. From mythical fables to magical journeys, fairy tales to folk tales, cliffhangers to nail-biters, heroic sagas, blah, blah, blah. Together, let's captivate the hearts and minds of teens and adults. Noticeably not children.
This is PG-13 and up content.
I guess we should also take, this is General Mills subtly saying we're tired of people thinking that Count Chocula is for children.
We want an R-rated drama.
You got to be at least 13.
Well, my friend Jason already wrote the basic plot outline of the Count Chocula epic. Hard R.
So you should go to this website.
You got
How
Jude
this
Law
works.
starring as Ernest Chocula.
Ernest Chocula. First, tell us who you are. Then our people will get in touch with your people. Is this just a joke? I don't know. Is there actually something to fill out? I guess there is a real form that you could fill out. Maybe they're just trying to get people's email addresses.
That's probably what it is.
Can you picture like some down on their luck screenwriter who's like, they see this and they're like, I've had an idea for a Count Chocula movie my whole life. I never thought that I could go pitch it. This is it. And then they like sign up, submit it. They like spend a week like perfecting the pitch. They submit it on this website. And then like they're just waiting and waiting to hear something back. And then 2 weeks later, they just get an email from General Mills. It's just like, hey, cereal lovers, we're doing 20% off Blueberry Crunch. Click here to buy. You're just like, what the f***? They just took my email address?
And then you just get an email every week for the next 5 years.
What about my script?
Can't unsubscribe. Do not reply to this email. It says on their site, there's a FAQ here of workwithmonsters.com. Can I submit any kind of pitch for any medium? Sure. If it's an interesting story told in an interesting manner, the medium doesn't matter.
Whoa.
So, fictitious Wikipedia.
Can we do an internet radio show about Frankenberry?
Can we get my friend Jason Anderson retroactively paid 15 years later?
He deserves it. I was on the internet watching a film or program.
You were?
Yeah. I was in bed watching a film or program on my laptop.
Wow.
I can't remember if it was a film or program. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And I see this ad that really caught my eye because anytime you see a commercial and you're not sure what it's for, that back in the day, that'd be considered bad advertising. Whereas now you could do some like weird ass Super Bowl ad about like World War II and just be like, what was this about? And then just be like Burger King, because they're playing a bigger game than just, you know, our product is good. So I saw this ad on my laptop, and Jake, you watched it, and they can narrate it. See kind of a good looking guy in a convenience store, and it says, be the snack king. And he's holding a bunch of snacks, and there's an animated crown on his head, and he knighted a kid with a Slim Jim, and then he throws some David pumpkin seeds around, and then he's in a car with his friends.
It's a short ad.
It's a short ad, and it says, be the snack king.
Wait, hold up. David pumpkin seeds?
Yeah. David,
you eat this?
David is a brand that makes pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds in all different flavors.
Never
so
understood those as snacks.
Yeah,
but it's a classic snack.
No, but I
whether
don't
or not
understand it. Like, do you actually eat the seed?
you eat the inside part and you spit out the shell.
Oh, no. What is this, salted?
But it comes in all different flavors. Like you could probably get Chipotle barbecue at this point. There's probably ranch sunflower seeds.
Oh, no.
It's very kind of American, but
So is that an ad you would see on TV?
I don't know. I saw it on the internet, and it says, be the snack king, and then it shows a box of Crunch and Munch.
Terrible snack.
Buttery toffee Crunch and Munch, which is basically kind of like a Cracker Jack type thing, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then there's David pumpkin seeds, David sunflower seeds, then Slim Jim beef jerky, and then some Slim Jim sticks.
That's a rough portfolio.
It's a rough portfolio. So I was like, they're not even saying what the company is that owns all these things. They're basically just saying like, we control so much of the snack share of your local convenience store that we're just encouraging you to snack, basically. We don't even need to be on some like brought to you by the whatever family of, you know, they're just kind of saying like, because like, you know, if Marvel was doing an ad for their cinematic universe, they would make sure, you know, by the way, Aquaman, that's not us. This is kind of just like, you know, go snack. Here's a bunch of different snacks. It's a very unfocused commercial.
And it's all very third tier stuff.
Yeah, this is like D-level snacks.
So then I was like, well, so what is this company that's advertising all these different snacks at once? It's a major company.
So they didn't say.
No, they don't say.
It was just sort of like really just washed over you very quickly. What's the point of that? You're never going to internalize that.
I guess they're trying to say
you're never going to be like, oh yeah, David's sunflower seeds.
It's a snack PSA.
The best part, I guess they decided it was better just to advertise being a snacker than doing like, like maybe their budget's $1 million and they're kind of like, okay, so we'll give $250 to our David guys. Here's $250 to the Slim Jim guys. Here's $250. They're like, no, this. Let's bet big on the whole portfolio. And just say, look, we basically own snacking.
You don't.
Well,
you don't own Jack. And Slim Jim already had a great phrase. They already had a great advertising campaign.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
You're not going to beat that.
I guess there's also something interesting that because their portfolio is pretty rando, I think they're also probably, I can imagine people sitting around, they're like, who are we? We got Slim Jim, we got David, we got Crunch and Munch. We're not really a candy company. No, sir. You're not Mars. You're not the M&M company. Are we going head-to-head with Frito-Lay?
The big boys?
Oh, no. We would get crushed by Frito-Lay.
You're not in the same league.
They own chips. So you're not chips. You're not candy. What are you?
You're not cookies.
You're not sweet. We're something different. We're that weird catch-all snack category.
We're basically things that are like kind of difficult to eat. Like Slim Jim, like very like kind of hard, dense, brittle beef jerky, and then sunflower seeds, which you like.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
You suck on
Nobody. Yeah.
And then Crunch and Munch is all up in your teeth.
It's like borderline inedible snack.
So anyway, I'm watching this weird-ass commercial, and I'm like, who the hell is this mystery company that owns this random-ass portfolio?
Yeah.
Turns out it's Conagra Brands.
Heard of it?
A North American packaged food company headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. Conagra was founded in 1919. Okay. I know this is about to sound like some Count Chocula. Conagra was founded in 1919 by Frank Little and Alva Kinney, who brought together 4 grain mills as Nebraska Consolidated Mills.
This is a totally This Show Rules moment.
Oh, this is deeply This Show Rules.
I was just reading the Conagra Wikipedia page.
It's a lot of big names that Conagra owns. They own Act 2 microwave popcorn, Andy Capp's fries.
I thought it was a comic strip.
No, it is. Andy Capp was, but Andy Capp's fries is like definitely like a kind of third tier
like
vending machine
French
item.
Fries?
No, it's a flavored corn and potato snack made to look like French fries, but you eat it. It's in a bag.
Okay, not familiar.
Chef Boyardee.
Okay, that's big.
That's big.
I see they have Aunt Jemima.
Chun King Chinese style foods. It's an American line of canned Chinese food products founded in the 1940s by Gino Paolucci.
That's a film right there. You got an Italian guy in Brooklyn being like, this Chinese food, let me tell you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's changed hands quite a few times, but now it's owned by Conagra. What else do these guys got?
They got Manwich, they got Marie Callender's.
It
Slim
says here
Jim.
they got Fiddle Faddle and Crunch and Munch, both of which are described as glazed popcorn / nut mixture. They got 2?
We got to get in touch with the government, man. That's a monopoly.
Yeah, but Cracker Jack is the big dog in that field, so
I guess they're like...
They're a distant second and third.
How are we going to take on Cracker Jack?
Consolidate, dog.
Fiddle Faddle? What do you say we put this beef aside and team up? You got it, Crunch and Munch. They also own Hebrew National Hot Dogs. Their portfolio is fascinating.
Fiddle Faddle, let's face it, the writing's on the wall. Cracker Jack's just running away, man.
It's like when Adidas bought Reebok.
They did?
Yes,
Wow.
years ago. They're trying to gain on Nike, and I think it worked. They own Pam cooking oil.
Oh, okay.
Peter Pan peanut butter.
Ooh.
They own Poppycock. I'll give you one guess what that is. It's a premium glazed popcorn nut mixture.
They got 3 glazed popcorn nut mixtures.
They own Swiss Miss. That's pretty major.
Yeah.
So basically, there's big names, but it's like truly an alliance of rando items.
It's an interesting strategy because they're playing the margins. I mean, like they're playing like they're buying the
Right.
second, third, fourth level competitors in each category.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't buy Nestle Quick. I mean, Quick's owned by Nestle. You can't buy Nestle. You can't buy Quick. They bought Swiss Miss.
Right.
I guess they're just like playing the margins, or it's some like Billy Bean stuff.
Yes, it's very Moneyball.
Very Moneyball. It's
Yeah.
like you look for the stuff that is undervalued.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that only hits 270, but his on base percentage is like 370. He walks a lot.
Yeah.
What's he do? He gets on base.
I know. You know what's funny?
What does Swiss Miss do? They get on base.
They get on base. You know what's funny? That's hilarious. Recently, I was just like clicking around on YouTube, and like one of the suggested things to watch was like a scene from Moneyball. Mm-hmm. I was like, I like that movie. I'll watch it. And it was the scene where Brad Pitt is kind of bringing Jonah Hill into the room for the first time, and he's there with all the old school guys, and he's basically saying the new strategy, which is, and these guys are pushing back, but it's like a great scene to explain what the new strategy is, where he's kind of saying, and we're going to get this guy, and they're like, oh, but that guy can barely run. That guy's not that good. He flopped.
Yeah, he's 37 years old.
And then he's like, he only bats 270. He's like, that's all we need. And they're like, yeah, but the Red Sox are trying to get rid of him. And he's like, exactly, so we can get him for cheap. And he's explaining, we buy players for cheap who are just good enough for what we need. And they're like, but where's our superstar? You don't need a superstar. So you're totally right. Swiss Miss gets on base.
Conagra is the Billy Bean of the snack food stew.
Snack ball. We got to write snack ball.
That would rule.
Just like sitting there. It's
the
like
Conagra film.
the two, just like a civil war in Conagra. Somebody's like, we finally have enough money to buy Snickers. We're betting big on Snickers.
Nope.
No, we are not.
We're passing.
What are you talking about? It's a prestige brand. We don't need a prestige brand. Well, what do you suggest we buy? Fiddle faddle. So anyway, the Conagra brand is unbelievable. I love this Moneyball analogy. But I was kind of thinking, based on the Snack King division,
Yeah.
if they want to brand their snack division so bad and they want to own their weird kind of like second tier snack universe, I think they should make a cinematic universe. And I was kind of thinking about it, that the Conagra cinematic universe is so much more interesting than the General Mills monster verse. Because first of all, General Mills, I also got to say, I guess I wasn't clear enough about what I think about the General Mills strategy. I think it's whack.
Yeah.
And here's why. Not because I don't respect General Mills.
Which I do.
I do respect General Mills, but they're not even picking the interesting General Mills cereals. Like, turn Cheerios into a character. That'd be cool. Instead, they're picking this dumb mix of fake monsters. First of all, Universal already tried to do a monsterverse using their old IP, like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, and that barely worked.
Yep.
We barely want to see Dracula, let alone Count Chocula. We barely want to see Frankenstein, let alone Frankenberry. So already it's a copy of a copy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not original. Whereas I would say that the Conagra cinematic universe has a lot more potential. The thing that caught me is that the big three brands they're trying to promote here are Slim Jim, David Sunflower Seeds, and Crunch and Munch. Now, the first two, I think we could have a lot of fun casting it.
Oh, the Slim Jim movie would be amazing.
Slim Jim, you turn it into a guy. He's an all-American, kind of tall, skinny guy. Maybe a Sam Elliott. He could be a Slim Jim.
Like a cowboy.
It's a Western.
And then David Sunflower Seeds, kind of maybe like a kind of nerdy guy. Maybe, you know, he's the brains of the operation. And then Crunch, I don't know who Crunch and Munch is, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's interesting. That is going to attract a higher caliber of writer talent, because you're not just saying, hey guys, we want to make a stupid movie about a fake Frankenstein. That's undignified. The Conagra brand, there's something scrappy about it. You know, there's good energy there that I like.
It's wide open.
Yeah. Slim
Coen
Jim.
Brothers could do a Slim Jim movie.
Oh yeah, they could crush it.
I mean, they just made that
Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah. Compilation of Western shorts. They could have cut that last one and done a Slim Jim one.
Do you remember there was a movie in the 80s? I never actually saw it, but I remember always seeing it at the video store that was called Harley Davidson Meets the Marlboro Man.
No.
It's a feature film where two all-American brands who often are marketed to the same type of person, Harley Davidson motorcycles and Marlboro cigarettes, became people. The Marlboro Man was already kind of in the ads. So Harley Davidson is like a badass biker, and then Marlboro Man is like a badass cowboy cigarette smoker. And I don't know what happens in the movie, but maybe they're enemies and then they have to team up and go on an adventure.
That sounds like such like a video art piece at like MoMA.
Yeah. Harley Davidson.
Like, let's challenge notions of American masculinity.
Right.
It's an all-star cast in that film.
Who's in it?
Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow. It's serious.
Also, Tom Sizemore and Vanessa Williams.
And that got a theatrical release. How did it do?
It did get a theatrical release 1991. It
was in the 90s?
$7 million at the box office. Budget of $23 million. Ouch.
Oh, that's not great.
Looks like there was a character called Jack Daniels also in it. And Daniel Baldwin was also in the film.
That's tight. But it's such like video art.
I love that someone lost like $16 million on that.
On Harley Davidson. Well, who knows? Maybe they made it up with the video sales.
Maybe
they're turning a profit by now. Anyway, if they could make a Harley Davidson meets a Marlboro Man movie, at least we could do a Slim Jim meets David Sunflower.
People lining up for that.
Bonavorn.